Good evening, Lake Orion and sports fans everywhere. My name's Ian Witherspoon. I'm your host, and I'm next to Sammy Taormina. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas. Welcome to the program.
Been a week since we've been gone.
Yeah.
A week.
It's been a week. No show last week.
Yep.
It's probably a good thing we didn't do a show last week.
Because we've been throwing chairs.
Flipping tables.
Flipping tables, yep.
I think we've been abused enough.
Yep.
We don't need to do that today.
No.
The Lions are under 500.
Yep.
They started the year off 6-3.
Yep.
The best they can finish is 8-8.
Yep.
Now, is Matthew Stafford Joey Harrington?
He's getting close.
What's happening here?
You look at the last two games with Matthew Stafford. You sidearm it to defensive linemen. Are you kidding me? He's done that the last 2 weeks. And that's been a big problem right there. And then I think if you look at it, one of the reasons why the Lions are not in the playoffs is because of Matthew Stafford's accuracy. That is one of the reasons why they're not in the playoffs. Another reason? Look at the special teams. They're god-awful. Then you also got to look at the stats. 6 blown leads in the fourth, either in the second half or in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
That is horrible.
Yep.
That's either coaching or that's either on the players.
You know, there seems to be a severe lack of intensity. You know, when the team's up, they don't go in the throat. They don't kill the other team. They don't end it. They let them come around. They let them hang around. They end up getting screwed.
Look at the Giants game.
The Giants are not a good football team.
They're not a good football team. Lions have to lead about 5 minutes left. What does Stafford do?
Throws a pick.
Pick six.
Pick six?
That's terrible. And then you look at Baltimore.
Yeah.
How do you without having the freeze the kicker, let Justin Tucker score a 61-yard field goal to beat you? That's terrible.
Why Akers didn't kick that kickoff through the end zone? And Jacoby Jones came out almost at the 35-yard line.
That's terrible. My God. And then, you know what it all comes down to? Jim Shorts.
Yep. It's all on his shoulders.
It's all on his shoulders. Jim Shorts, my opinion, whole coaching staff needs to go bye-bye.
They got to go.
They got to go because here's why. You have 5 years, 1 playoff year,
They got
your
murdered.
29-50 record.
Yeah.
That's not going to get it done.
Ooh.
And you look at, I know they were 0-16 start the year. But Jim Shorts' time is done.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at here. The Lions need. Their front four is okay, but their defense, their linebacker is pretty bad. Secondary is not very good.
Secondary is terrible.
And secondary is awful.
You know, this was the first year in a while where Mayhew actually had a good offseason, had a good draft. Think about the players. The whole right side of the offensive line was free agent or rookies. And Joe Fourier, they found him.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Got Glover Quinn, got Reggie Bush. Right?
Yeah. Well, Reggie
Ziggy
Bush
was
had
a good
some bad
pick.
Fumbles.
He did. He, for the first time, we had a running game, though.
Yeah, we did.
You know what I mean?
And Joey Bell had a big year.
Louis Delmas was healthy all year. Everybody was healthy all year.
Everybody's healthy all year.
Except for Calvin.
Here's the thing. The NFC North was gift wrap for you. Gift wrapped.
Yep.
Jay Cutler got hurt.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Chicago and Green Bay were struggling. And the Lions looked 6-3. All they had to do was win their home games at home. And we're not even talking about this situation.
Which they weren't. It wasn't like the Niners and the Seahawks were coming in.
The Seahawks are coming in.
Tampa Bay and the Giants.
The Giants.
The Ravens aren't that great.
Baltimore's not great. Philadelphia, you know what I mean? You had a 2-touchdown lead in Philadelphia in the snow, and then you blow that game. Terrible. And then, of course, you had Baltimore, that whole incident.
Yep.
You virtually lose without giving up a touchdown.
Yep.
And then the Giants game. Pick six with 4 minutes left.
Yep.
What are you doing?
How do you miss a guy that's 6'7"?
How do you miss a guy that's 6'7"? How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
And then you look at this team here. This is all on shorts.
There's talent here finally.
There's talent here finally.
Yep.
This is all on shorts.
I agree.
And his staff.
Yep. Completely agree. So, who do you want? Schwartz is gone. You got a name for me?
Couple.
Give me a.
Bill O'Brien from Penn State.
Okay.
He can help that offense. But another guy who I think could be a good fit for this team. Heard of Lovie Smith?
I have.
He could be a good fit for this team.
You think
He's
so?
a defensive-minded coach.
He's a defensive guy.
He's a knows the North, coach at Chicago. And then of course you got but you need to find either. Those are the two I can think of, but you really need to find a coach who is tough on nails, who really, or I got another. Forgot Brian Kelly at Notre Dame.
Really?
Brian Kelly be an interesting game because he's got Michigan ties.
Be interesting.
Coach at Central Michigan. I mean, he has a very up-style tempo offense. It'd take a lot to get him out of the college ranks, but I think he'd be a good fit for this team.
I got one name for you.
Who?
Now I don't disagree with those two, that O'Brien and
Lovie Smith.
I think we need more offensive guys, so I'd pick O'Brien, but he's got a buyout. I don't know if Forbes will do that.
Yeah.
They can do it.
They
should do it.
They should do it.
They owe it to
the
team
fans.
and the fans.
The fans are the ones that are suffering enough. But what's
pay their
your
salary.
suggestion?
My suggestion, and I want him bad, is Jim Harbaugh. Old backslapping Jim.
He would be a good coach.
I hate the guy, but you know what? You want to talk about tough as nails. Quarterback guy. Look what he did at Stanford. Look what he did
at San Francisco.
Do you remember the Niners before he came along?
Yeah, they were terrible.
When Singletary coached them?
They
were not good.
They were not good.
The next year they went to the
NFC but it'd be almost
Championship
impossible to get. It'd probably be almost impossible to get Jim Harbaugh.
I think his contract's up.
Okay.
I think his contract's up.
Okay.
And he was rumored for the Texas job. You would like that. Devo, you're a big Texas guy.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
And the Niners said, we're not going to, if Texas wants him, they can talk to him. So there might be a little
disconnect, but Jim Harbaugh would be a good fit for this team, I think.
Are you kidding me? He'd be great.
He'd be a great fit, because Michigan guy.
Yeah.
Got
quarterback
guy. He can help Stafford fix that, and then you have a team with distance talent. You just got to get an offensive coordinator around him, and then you got to get a good defensive coordinator.
He'd bring in a good staff.
You need, but I think if you go with the defensive guy, I think it's Lovie Smith. Offensive coordinator, I can see Jim Harbaugh, but I can see Brian Kelly, and I can also see Bill O'Brien, because Bill O'Brien had a lot of success in the NFL at New England, but I don't know if he'll leave Penn State.
It's a big buyout.
Mm-hmm.
It's a large buyout.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's going to be an interesting offseason. Is there any way they bring Schwartz back? Is there any way they do it?
Let's look at it here from when the Lions had a horrible year, they brought back Matt Millen. Yeah. And that was terrible. You're
not making me feel any
better.
That
was terrible.
Yeah.
And then I think this is what's got to happen.
Yeah.
I would put Jim Harbaugh not only as the head coach, maybe get him as the GM, maybe.
See, you could think about that, but what I think would work if they keep Mayhew even is Mayhew's a quiet guy.
Right.
He does not like the press conference. He doesn't like being in the spotlight.
Right.
They brought in Brian Zanders, and they had a good draft this year.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys don't like the spotlight. If you bring in a guy like Harbaugh, a guy that is a loudmouth, he's good for a quote, he has no problem with all the attention on him, I think that would be a good mix with Mayhew and Harbaugh. You know what I mean?
I think it could be.
Could be. But, hey, if you got to get Harbaugh and you got to hand him the keys to the whole
operation.
operation.
Do whatever it takes.
That's my guy. I don't like him. I think he's a dirtbag. But he wins.
If you want Harbaugh, I'm going to go with I'm going to actually go with Jim Kelly.
Okay.
Brian Kelly who takes over the team.
Interesting.
Yep.
Be an interesting move.
Be a good move.
Brian Kelly's had success at every position he's held too.
Yeah,
so.
Michigan ties and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
That's not a bad opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else you want to say about the Lions before we move on here? Nah.
It's a sad topic to say.
It is a sad topic.
It's sad. They deserve to be out of the playoffs, and
it's probably a good thing, because they would get murdered in the playoffs the way that they played the second half of this year.
And you look at this team could threaten. They said they could threaten Seattle Seahawks. Are you kidding me?
The talent they could.
They could, but
they didn't put it together.
Nope.
The only thing that would make me even more upset than I am right now, or I was last night, is if they bring Jim Schwartz back, which would be a Lions move. That could be a Lions move.
That could be a Lions move. Terrible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to talk about another topic. Can't guarantee it will be any more merry, but stay tuned. Welcome back to the program here on Orion Neighborhood Television. This is Between Taorminas, and now we're going to talk about another team that's not very good, the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
Hey, you know, they hand Indiana their
gave
first
Indiana
home loss.
Yep.
Played a good game.
Yeah.
Good team game.
Then survived Boston.
Then came back against Boston, and then they come home to the friendly confines of the Palace where they suck. And they lost a 20-point lead to Charlotte.
Yep.
And they ended up losing by 10.
Yep. I remember that game. And then Houston.
And then Houston the next night, just not even
You
in
let
that one.
Dwight Howard, who had a horrible year in Los Angeles, go nuts for 35 points and 13 rebounds, or was it 19?
I don't remember.
But still, that's
Either
not
way.
an excuse right there. And
Right.
then Charlotte,
Yeah.
a team that you match up evenly in talent. How in the world do you blow a 20-point lead and then you kind of just – this defense is soft. Soft as nails, and it's evident. This team is not very good defensively. I don't know how did you got Morris Cheeks there? You know what I mean? Morris Cheeks not a defensive coach. They would have been much better if Larry Brown stayed there. You know, this is a philosophy problem for the Pistons. You know, they have not been the same team since Larry Brown was mysteriously fired.
I don't know that he was fired.
Or he resigned.
Uh-huh.
And then the Chauncey Billups trade to Allen Iverson, that was just terrible. And then this team is not, and ever since Tom Gores bought the team from Karen Davis, who I blame for destroying the Pistons, that's not a, that's just, they're just having a really, really bad crisis right now.
But for the first time in a few years, don't you feel at least a little bit interested? It's easier to watch the Pistons now?
It's much easier to watch them now, but it's still, they got some issues.
You got to remember, though, they're also the youngest team in the league, pretty much.
That is
They're
true.
starting five.
Their starting five is the youngest team. But, you know, Brandon Jennings has had he's done well in some spots. Josh Smith has done well in some spots.
Brandon Jennings been up and down.
Yeah, but Josh Smith has done well in some spots. He's been pretty good. You know, I mean, like, and then you got Drummond, Monroe.
I think the problem with the Pistons is they're out of position.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Smith is not a small forward.
Not a small forward.
He's a power forward.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking at, you got to trade Greg Monroe.
Yeah, but Josh Smith could, but here's the thing with Josh Smith. He's got to learn to adapt to play at the small forward.
That's not his thing, though, man.
No,
he can't sink those threes. You know, you need an outside shooter. I say you can get a good amount for Greg Monroe. He's a solid player. He's young. You know what I mean? I think he's got to go.
I think he's got to go.
I think he's got to go.
Yeah.
Just because we signed Smith to the big contract, he's got to play power forward.
I mean, like, you look at it here, the Pistons, they got to get a wing. I do think that they do.
Yes.
I mean, like, but what wings are out there?
I don't even know.
You got the big free agent class coming up. You got, where everybody's going to be free agents. I don't know if the Pistons will be major players in that.
Depends on what they do with Monroe.
What they do with Greg Monroe.
Because he's going to need to get paid.
Right, and I don't think the Pistons should pay him.
I don't either.
But because you got Drummond, you got Smith who can play there, and then could you just imagine LaQueen James as a Piston? That would be just insane.
That would be awfully nice.
Yeah, it would be. But still, who would want to come to Detroit in basketball? Who would want to?
Right now, not many.
No.
I didn't even notice the ONTV was. Look at that. Huh.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice. Mm-hmm. It's not right now a basketball destination. The thing with the NBA that's different from the other leagues is players don't really care about the teams. They don't really care about winning as much as they do in, say, football. Could you imagine trying to convince an NBA player to go play in Green Bay? Oh. But an NFL player would cut off his toe to go play in Green Bay. You know what I mean? So it's just different. The
NBA is more of a show league
than
it is a team league. People tend to pay to see the big people just make the big money people go on and put a show on, and they get all the favorite calls by the officials. Mm-hmm. They get all. It's not really basketball. It's just show me. It's just show me. It's like a show me thing, and that's all because of David Stern, what he did, and then that crybaby garbage man, and then thank God he's retiring. But what I'm saying is that David, I'll bet you he's still angry at the 2005 finals.
Why is that?
When the Pistons played the Spurs, because that was a defense, team.
That was basketball.
That was clearly basketball.
Yeah.
This is not basketball in my mind. You have all the stars going out here, like Snoop Dogg saying, his advertising. You have Justin Crybaby Bieber wants to.
Oh, dear.
He's at basketball games. You know what I mean?
Wearing leather smocks.
What a garbage. Rocks. What a garbage crap he is. Mm-hmm.
It is a bit of a.
It's terrible. It's more a show.
It's a hard league to watch sometimes.
It's difficult. Where you get to watch football, like the NFL, the NHL, Major League Baseball. Those are clearly 3 leagues to watch, not the NBA.
Unfortunately, and you know what hurts is the Pistons were fun to watch when they were good because they played team basketball.
Right, they were fun to watch.
I think they're trying to get back to that. I think it's going to be tough because this lineup just doesn't. You're putting square pegs into round holes. It doesn't gel. It's
like you're putting golf balls in a garden hose. That's what it is.
It is. It's trying to fit.
It's what it is. Trying to fit in. It's just I don't know if this team can fit in.
Any other last words on the Pistons before we move on?
They're bad.
They're bad?
They're bad.
They better make the playoffs in this East, though.
Yeah,
The East is terrible.
East is terrible. They better make the playoffs.
Heard that, though, about the Lions in the NFC North, right?
Yep.
Well, when we come back, things get a little better. If you're green. If you're green, things get a little better for you when we come back, right here on Between Taorminas.
Hey, Sammy, Anthony, and Ian, this is Dan Miller from Fox 2 News and the voice of the Detroit Lions. Congratulations on 2 years. A lot of shows don't make it that long, but you guys are obviously doing the right thing, so way to go. Keep it going. Keep doing what you do, and we look forward to talking to you again next year when you hit another anniversary. Until then, we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, this is Mickey York from Fox Sports Detroit. When I want to get the inside scoop on local sports, I watch Between Taorminas or Fox Sports Detroit.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas. And before we get to bowl season and the talk of college football playoffs or whatever, if Dan Miller, the voice of the Detroit Lions, walked in that door and you could say something to him, what would it be?
I feel bad for you, Dan, covering the Lions.
Give him a hug?
I give him a hug.
Yeah.
It's been suffering.
Him and Brandstatter, man.
Yeah, poor those two.
God. Well, anyways. So,
but George will have a nice year.
Who?
He's going Rosie.
Who's
George
that?
Blaha.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be announcing the Rose Bowl.
Right. He'll be in Pasadena.
Yep.
Before we get to the granddaddy of them all, let's talk about the Buffalo Wild Wings
Bowl.
The bowl that
Michigan.
Michigan will be in. Playing
That
K-State.
sounds like a good wing to it. You know, we got to get ourselves some BW3s.
Yeah, why don't we?
Yeah, we should. I mean, like.
See if they'll deliver here.
Yeah.
I'm giving them free promos here.
Yeah, I mean, like, anyway, with Michigan and Kansas State, Bill Snyder's a very talented coach. He can coach that team. He coaches a lot of JUCO transfers, and then they produce very well from. I mean, they had an average year in the Big 12. They were 6-6. I think that Kansas State could give Michigan problems. Michigan defensively has been just bad. I mean, they gave up 7 touchdowns to Ohio State. And then Michigan, Devin Gardner had his best game, I thought, as a collegiate against Ohio State.
Yep. But is he going to play?
But is he going to play? I think he will play because he's got one more year left. You know what I mean? Because he's a redshirt junior.
He's hurt.
But he's hurt.
But he's hurt.
But I think Devin Gardner will play in this game, and I think that I think he'll have a big game in this game at the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. He'll have a big one.
Are you going to watch that game?
I probably will watch that game.
Yeah.
Like in that bowl game, I like Michigan to beat Kansas State but also Brady Hoke, he gets a lot more time with the younger kids, the 15 practice that they get. This is so important for Michigan. This is important off season for them coming up.
Real quick on Michigan. I mentioned a name earlier, coach who I'd like to coach the Lions.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. If Harbaugh's floating around out there, is there any way Dave Brandon and U of M say, hey Jim, why don't you come back home?
No.
No?
Brady Hoke's fine over there in Ann Arbor.
You think he's fine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You think Brady Hoke?
I think
he's
Brady
a good football
Hoke,
coach?
Yeah, he's a good football coach.
A head coach.
He's a good coach for that team in Michigan.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
They got to fire Al Borges, though, but that's about it.
Fire Al Borges?
Yep, that's the offensive coordinator.
You want him gone?
Yep.
I'd like to know who's coaching that offensive line. Get him out of here.
Oh, yeah. True.
All right, let's move on to
Michigan State.
Finally. Since the year I was born, they're back at the Rose Bowl.
It was 1 year after I was born.
Yep.
I talked to Lake
you're
Orion
an old
athletic director, who was the Oakland County athletic director of the year, Bill Reese, who was going to that game.
Oh, wow.
And he said he never thought they would be 26 years to see Michigan State go to the Rose Bowl. It's a good day to be a Spartan, you know what I mean? Especially with this matchup with Stanford. It's going
to be a great matchup.
Great matchup if you love physical football.
Oh, yeah.
Low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive
so?
slugfest. Both teams are very good defensively. Michigan State, the key there is, can they stop Stanford? And Stanford, you seen what they did to Southern. I mean, like, they beat Oregon, but they lost to Southern Cal, and they lost to Utah. That's terrible. It's 2 terrible games right there. But
right.
Stanford, I think, feels really happy to be back at the Rose Bowl. They're like the anti-Oregon, whereas Michigan State is really, really, really happy to be there.
Yep. So you said low scoring.
Yep.
You said a slugfest. And I don't disagree, but I think it will be not high scoring, but medium scoring. I think Connor Cook's going to get loose a little bit, which would be great, huh?
Against Stanford's defense, yeah.
Be nice.
Could.
You got a prediction of a score for me?
Yeah, I'll let you know on the next show. I'll let you know. We'll probably have a Michigan score by then because they played,
Right.
Probably on our special like worst of the worst Detroit sports history.
Year in review.
Yeah.
The worst.
The worst. Unless you're a Spartan fan.
So hey, you know what? I can live with it.
Yeah. I could too.
Sparty deserves it.
Yep.
They've suffered a long time.
Oh God. Think John L. Smith. You think of Bobby Williams.
Smith is the worst.
Bobby Williams, when he was there. I mean, like here was 1 year he was good, and then last year when they had those bad uniforms, it was just awful. And then the John L. years, he had 1 good year, and then he just couldn't go to bowl games. And Mark D'Antonio has turned this team around.
He really has.
Really has. Ever since he's got there from Michigan State 2007, they've been bowling ever since.
The thing you gotta like about Mark is he doesn't take. You know, he's at Michigan State.
Right.
He's competing with Ohio State and Michigan for the best. You know, and even Penn State.
Yeah. But he doesn't get 4-star, 5-star recruits. He doesn't get those type of kids.
Right.
You know, he gets those type of kids who fits the system over there. He gets the kids that just buys into the system.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like what Michigan State has done as a program is they've built and improved, you know, based on the talent that they have. They've gone to what brings them there. I mean, like they're like a family-oriented team. Sort of like what the basketball team where Michigan State is under Tom Izzo. Is their family type atmosphere.
Defense.
Both
are defensive.
And their defensive atmosphere. Pat Narduzzi. Good Lord.
Would you give him a hug if he walked in?
I'd bow down to him and cry in front of my knees when I see him. My God, that defense is absolutely nasty. Number one ranked defense in the country.
Yep.
Could not, well, a little disappointed, but then again, Ohio State was a very good team, but
yeah.
There's a reason why they're the number one ranked team in the country in defense.
You know, the difference between State and Michigan. Michigan's a brand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Michigan State is a team.
Michigan State, they're like their team brand. Michigan is about their brand and
brand, yes.
Catchphrases, and colors.
Yeah, colors and
Michigan State is just their team oriented.
They're team oriented. This is why, and I'm glad Mark D'Antonio decided to stay at East Lansing for another year. He's not going to Texas.
Let's hope he stays for more than a year.
I think he will.
Because you gotta love it. You know, you gotta love. I hope Michigan next year bounces back so that we can have a good game.
That'll be a hell of a game in East Lansing.
You know, because Connor Cook will be back again.
Yep.
He'll be a year older.
Yeah. But Michigan State loses a lot defensively.
They do, but Shalik Calhoun will be back.
Oh yeah.
So that's nice.
That'd be great.
Yeah. All right, real quick before we cap her off here, do you got a naughty list you want to get to?
Yeah, I have a naughty list here. Go with my naughty list. You can put this on here. My first naughty list guy is Bob Dowd.
Uh-oh.
Why? Here's why. Didn't come on our show. A little disappointed about that. Next naughty list guy is Jim Shorts. Needs to be fired. And then I got a couple other naughty lists right there. I mean, like that I could think of. I mean, like my really, really naughty list. Who deserves the biggest coal of them all.
Oh no.
You're gonna think I'm crazy.
Well, I already do.
Justin Bieber deserves coal.
No complaints.
Real bad coal.
Yeah.
If I seen him, I hit him with a kendo stick.
Should make him dig his own coal.
I should make him dig his own coal and probably hit him with a kendo stick.
Well, you don't want to hurt him too bad.
Nah,
just shock him a little bit.
Oh God. Yep.
So, well, that's about it here.
About it, you know. I mean, you know what I'm going to talk about?
What's that?
The Winter Classic.
Oh, we'll get to that next week.
We'll get to that next week.
That'll be a great game.
That'll be an interesting game.
And how about the alumni game?
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one.
That'll be interesting.
I know you being a good Red Wings fan all these years. You can't wait to see Stevie and the Russian Five.
No.
Dominic
I'm a
Hasek.
Stars fan. Oh,
what?
Okay, so basically, I've been keeping an eye on the Stars. Been playing well lately. They're getting much better. You know, improving. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin. You know.
The West.
The West is very tough again.
West is very good, just like in the NBA.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you all have a great Christmas and a nice holiday. Till next time, folks. Bye-bye.